What's up guys, today's video is on the top 5 best laptops for video editing in 2022. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that'll meet the needs of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. We'll kick off today's list with Microsoft Surface Book 3. Also known as the best Windows laptop for video editing available on the market in 2022. What sets this model apart from its predecessors is what's under the hood, and in this case, an Intel Core i7 processor and NVIDIA GTX 1660 Ti-Max Q graphics. Both components are current generation and offer more than enough power to use the device during the working day and then play some games. It's nice to see that the Surface Book is getting better and better. It now has USB-C. The Surface Book is still functional as a laptop with decent hardware specifications, but if you want to need to use it as a tablet, you can. The Surface Book 3 is available in two versions, 13.5 and 15 inches. The screen of the 15-inch version has a resolution of 3240 by 2160. The device still separates the tablet from the keyboard dock in the same way by pressing a button in the upper right corner of the keyboard. You'll hear a click, then a message will appear on the screen, informing you when it's safe to remove the tablet. If you stick to the specs, you'll be able to get more juice out of the gameplay, but playing games on the Surface Book 3 looks slightly odd because of the aspect ratio. Usually, a laptop or desktop gaming monitor has a 16:9 aspect ratio, but the Surface Book 3 has the same 3:2 aspect ratio as its previous versions. While the exterior design of the case remains largely unchanged, the laptop has new CPU and GPU options, as well as the potential for 32 GB of RAM compared to the 16 GB limit on the Surface Book 2. This unit is great in video editing. Adobe Premiere recently released an update that allows the GPU to help with playback and rendering. This will significantly reduce editing and exporting time. Lastly, battery life has always been a strong point of the Surface Book series. This is mainly because it hides two batteries in the chassis. You'll easily get over 10 hours of general use per day, which is comparable to many Ultrabooks. Good stuff, a thumbs up from here. Up next, check out the Apple MacBook Pro M116, the tech giant's best laptop for video editing available on the market in 2022. The arrival of Apple's own M1 Pro and M1 chips is a huge milestone. The new 16-inch MacBook Pro visually looks thicker and heavier than the 2019 model, but the numbers are almost identical nonetheless. The design of the new MacBook Pro retains high-quality materials, with recycled aluminum as the full protagonist. The touch is quite soft and cool, with smoother lines. From minimalism that only has USB-C ports, which looked so good on an aesthetic level, it went back in time and brought back two ports that give the new MacBook Pro a more classic and less radical connection. The HDMI port and SD card slot returned at the side of the MacBook Pro for added convenience and flexibility without constantly keeping an eye on the adapters. The MacBook Pro debuts Liquid Retina XDR technology, featuring the mini LED panel, which brings the viewing experience closer to that of a premium TV, achieving incredible contrast and black depth. The new mini LED panel with 1000 nit brightness and 120 MHz ProMotion technology is the icing on the cake with the new 16-inch MacBook Pro. The new panel, like the recent iPad Pro, also introduces ProMotion technology at 120 Hz, advanced by changing the screen refresh rate between 10 and 120 Hz. The 16-inch MacBook Pro screen offers a resolution of 3456 by 2234 pixels, which gives it a density of 254 dpi. The sharpness is therefore maximum and very consistent. Apple's new professional laptop offers 6 high-fidelity stereo speakers that come with bass boost and are prepared for surround sound associated with Dolby Atmos technology. By the way, hidden is the notch of the FaceTime camera with maximum quality of 1080p and advanced image processing. The result is a significant step forward in video quality, which we achieve in video calls even in low-light conditions. Post-production, in which not only raw power is important, but also process optimization. If you can afford this beast, we say go for it. And now we present the Asus ZenBook Pro Duo, the best dual-screen laptop for video editing available on the market in 2022. The processor is the 10th generation Intel Core i9 with a speed of 3 GHz, plus 32 GB of DDR4 RAM, 1 TB SSD memory, and has NVIDIA 3070 graphics card. The equipment is basically ultra high-end, except for the video card, which is not NVIDIA's most advanced, but close. Screens deserve special mention. The main OLED touchscreen is 4K resolution. The fact that it's a touch laptop makes it very comfortable because you can use your fingers to move around the screen or touch buttons or elements when working with any type of software. It's also 4K, which at 15.6 inches may seem unnecessary, but it's a luxury laptop after all. In addition, there's what Asus calls the screen pad, a 14-inch IPS panel, also with a high resolution of 3840 by 1100 pixels, and which is supplemented by the use of a pen. The second panel is not as bright or thin as the main OLED, but it's good enough for mostly additional use. The ZenBook Pro Duo is focused on users who are dedicated to creating content, whether it's designers working on images, photos or graphics, or video or audio editors who would otherwise use two desktop screens. Therefore, anyone who deals with video editing will be more than satisfied with this dual-screen laptop. With so much power, it's a portable option for more professional users. Also, in addition to video editing, although it doesn't have a gaming profile like other models that Asus also produces under the ROG line, it serves quite well for video games. Because with such a processor, RAM and NVIDIA 3070, this ZenBook is more than enough for any current game and those that come in the coming years. In conclusion, this is a very good and powerful laptop. Thumbs up, that's for sure. And now we present to you the Dell XPS 15, which justifiably won a silver medal as the runner-up best laptop for video editing on the market in 2022. It retained the winning components of the laptop, such as its beautiful industrial design, the discrete NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650, and an amazing 4K screen. But Dell didn't stop there. The company managed to make the laptop 5.5% smaller than the previous model, while making the keys and touchpad much larger. And while it may seem minor, the Infinity Edge frame with 4 edges has enabled one of the highest resolution screens on the market. In addition, with a 10th generation processor and a discrete NVIDIA GeForce GPU, the Dell XPS 15 is a serious force to be reckoned with and a worthy addition to the best laptops. The device has a 2.6 GHz Intel Core i7 CPU, 32 GB RAM, 512GB SSD, Intel UHD graphics GPU, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 Timax Q GPU with 4GB RAM, and a 15.6-inch touch panel at 3840 by 2400. Most laptops today do not have outdated ports or slots, so we're surprised to see a full-fledged SD card reader in a prominent place next to the USB Type-C port and headphone jack. On the left, you get a pair of Thunderbolt 3 ports and a wedge lock slot. The XPS 15 screen is one of the highest resolution screens on a laptop, thanks to Dell's innovative Infinity Edge. Like the XPS 13, the XPS 15 has larger keys on a full-size keyboard. Despite their larger size, the keys are well-spaced and offer dynamic feedback. Dell filled the XPS 15 with 4 high-power speakers with Waves NX3D sound. Between the 4, you get a pair of main speakers and 2 tweeters. Now let's move on to the main thing, video editing. The XPS 15 has a discrete NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 Timax Q GPU with 4GB of RAM, which is great for editing photos and videos or spreadsheets with a lot of data. You also get an integrated Intel UHD graphics GPU for less demanding tasks like writing reviews or watching videos. 4K laptops generally have a low battery life, but XPS 15 lasted 8 hours on various tests. This is a quality product, and all we can do is recommend it. Finally, we have reached the long-awaited gold medal and the title of the best overall laptop for video editing available on the market in 2022. Introducing the Razer Blade 15, a real beast both for gamers and video editors, and today's winner. The device sports a 240Hz panel, one of the most powerful Intel models, and the fantastic NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 that provides real muscle when it comes to gaming and editing. We're looking at one of the most powerful laptops in the world. First of all, the Intel Core i7-11800H 8-core processor gives room for maneuvering, both for work and gaming, without losing fluidity. However, the real protagonist of this model is its graphics card, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 with 16GB of RAM. In addition to video editing, the powerful GPU is responsible for fantastic gaming performance. It's also possible to find an SD reader and a particularly interesting HDMI 2.1 connector, one of the highlights of the equipment that is obviously future-proof. On the right, SD card reader, USB-C port, USB-A port, and full HDMI port. On the left, 2 USB-A ports, a USB-C port, a headphone jack, and a power port, which has a weird proprietary format that is only slightly larger than the USB-C port. One of the highlights of this model is its screen. It manages to offer an incredible refresh rate. Multimedia playback is also flawless, and enjoying video content is another advantage of this equipment, which has a more than decent speaker system. The Razer Blade 15 has a lithium polymer battery that delivers 8 hours of continuous operation. In the end, at the design level, we have nothing to complain about. And in fact, we believe that it's one of the most beautiful and best-built devices on the market. You wanted the best, you got it. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time, see you guys later.